let's get to the other video that I wanted to react to. We are here to react to Blunder number 2 from Marvel Comics. They back to back with the trash. Fuck. Even that, look. Damn. 26,000 dislikes, 1.7 thousand. Like, god damn. Oh my gosh. Okay, so look. I also have disdain for this this too, Children of the Atom, because again, I did not know that Children of the Atom or the New Warriors had trailers. I did not know this. But since I'm finding this out now, and in case this is video 2, hey, what's up, y'all? This is Two Eyes. I'm jumping in. If you want to see part 1, essentially, the link shall be probably right here. If I'm pointing the right way. Or right here. I don't know. It's going to be somewhere. It's going to be a card, description, little icon, or whatnot. It's going to be up there. It's going to be up there. Again, me and my homeboy, Black Charlie Brown. We discussed this. And the new heroes on the Anything Period podcast. Link in the description below. We have it on YouTube and on Spotify. But links to both will be in the description down below. If anything, I want to see the atrocity and train wreck of Children of the Atom, because I already have my opinions on it. Because again, we read the publication about it, and it just annoyed. It really tires me out, because I'm just like, so much you could have done, and why bring in X-Men into this out of everything? Look, again, we talked about more in depth over there. Check it out. But here we are today to react to this, and I really dislike this already. But I don't like to dislike vids. I never disliked a vid purposely. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. But in any case, if y'all are ready, like I am not ready, then let's get into it. Let's get into this Children of the Atom. Children of the Amoeba, maybe, because they split and become the exact same thing. Let us go. Oh, fucking Marvel.
There's so many things I could tease about Children of the Atom, but I will say one thing, and that's new characters.
X-Men is supposed to be.
Hold on to your butts.
No, there's nothing new about these characters. The first thing, he has the gall, the audacity to say is new characters. Look, maybe he knows something I don't know. Maybe he can say something I can't. Maybe they're just baiting us with this. I don't know. Or I just read wrong in the publication, even though I'm literate. I can read. I can comprehend words and shapes and sounds. But let's see. Let's see. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not above being wrong and admitting to it. If I'm wrong, then let me be wrong. I would rather be wrong about this than right. All right, let's go.
Be something that is, important to the now. And so what is more now than Zoomers?
Why? Why does both of these have to try to be relevant? This problem. Try to put yourself in a time capsule. You're going to be stuck in that time period. You don't get it. Why don't you get it? When you try to be hip and now and relevant to a certain time period, then you're going to be stuck and relegated onto that time period. These characters cannot grow and develop and change because their concept, their whole fucking being is based on a tiny fucking time period in the longer scheme of things. The reason why Batman and Spider-Man can last so long is because they're not relegated to the fucking 60s and 70s in which they were made. They were able to adapt and grow and change. As you can tell with Spider-Man, you have Spider-Man present day, Spider-Man in the 60s, and Spider-Man 2099. Like, just takes so much. I don't know why I'm so passionate about it. It's just because I love the X-Men, but I just can't. Like, they're just trying so hard. They're trying so hard to be relevant, and I hate it. I don't like it. I hate it here. Press play.
Children of the Atom has 5 new characters at the heart of it that Vita very meticulously wrote out entire backstories and histories and families and anything you want to know about these characters. Vita has thought about it already.
One of them has a TikTok. One of them...
Nobody cares! Nobody cares! I appreciate the fact that you wrote all their backstories, everything about them, their families, their lineages, their future kids, their future romances, all that shit. But what about their what one lacks, the other one makes up for, and then what the other one lacks, the other one makes up for. What the fuck? Look. I'll explain in a minute. Let's go.
Has a fitness Insta. One of them is basically the moderator for the mutant subreddit. One of them is a cosplayer, and the other one makes mutant music. For so long, it's like
nobody cares.
The larger media in the X-Men universe is like, mutants are bad, and like the X-Men are evil because they're mutants, and blah blah blah. I'm like, what would Zoomers think of that? They would be like, no, they're great. Like,
okay, look, I will agree. I get that, cause us of our generation, and you don't have to be a fucking Zoomer, but essentially, if you're into the internet, you know the internet doesn't give a rat's ass, doesn't give a flying fuck about what anything anybody has to say. You remember the beginning of the year when it was almost World War III? Everybody was making memes about this shit. Remember when it said an asteroid was gonna hit Earth and destroy us all? The first thing that I saw on fucking Twitter was a motherfucker with the asteroid with the crying Jordan meme on the face of the asteroid. We don't give a shit, because there's no point in crying and bitching about it. We might as well laugh about it. No point in crying and bitching about it. Might as well laugh about it, get a joke or two in, because we're gonna have to deal with it anyway. So why be depressed and having to deal with it? Why? There's no point. No point in having to be depressed and having to deal with an altercation that's gonna be negative regardless. So why not have a few people that's able to make us laugh and have light of the situation, so that way we can deal with it and not be depressed all the goddamn time? Because if you stare at the fucking news too long, you're gonna get depressed, because there's always some doom and gloom happening on the fucking news. It's the reason why a lot of people don't watch the fucking news. A lot of people do watch the news because they're trying to get information. A lot of people don't, like myself, because they only talk about the saddest shit that happens, and if it is anything that's positive, it has nothing to do with people of color. But that's another story for another day. Anyway. Now, let's get back to the Children of the Atom.
How the X-Men react to these new characters who are their sidekicks is a major part of the story that is going to have all sorts of ripples through their titles and ours.
but also, you know, it's an X-Men comic. There's going to be powers, and there's going to be punching, and there's going to be bad guys, and all that kind of stuff.
I'm very excited to have Vita Ayala and Bernard Chang as part of this title.
Bernard really brought the thunder on this. It's really incredibly dynamic.
Because he not only had to design...
Look, I'll give you this. These panels look stylistic as fuck. Hopefully the whole comic is like that, but still, these panels look crispy. These panels look nice. They look really good. They look saucy. They look really good. I'll give you that.
And these superhero identities, but also these civilian identities, and like people's moms, and like their little brother. And he's making these characters real and whole in a way that a lot of artists probably couldn't.
X-Men was some of my first comics ever, and to be able to play in that universe and also to add to that universe is really a dream come true.
So if you've never read an X-Men book before and you're only familiar with them in other mediums, this is a great place to start off.
It's almost like the kids are our perspective, so anything...
That's my fucking prop. Let her finish. Gotta let other people finish.
You don't know, you're discovering it through these kids. I don't think we've seen this perspective in X-Men comics before, and I think people are gonna super dig it.
No, they're not. They're not gonna fucking dig it. You know why they're not gonna fucking dig it? Oh my gosh, they're not gonna fucking dig it because you give them the exact same powers as their fucking predecessors. Why the fuck am I gonna have a sidekick with the same powers I do, but at the same time, they're fucking X-Men? One of the allure of X-Men is that each of them have their own individual power. Even if something is similar, there's still a variation of something different that makes each and every X-Men different from the other one. So the fact of the matter is, with them being literal copies of the fucking original team of X-Men, it makes no fucking difference. I don't care how interesting the characters are because they have the exact same powers. All they are is just X-Men from this generation, from this point of view and perspective. If you want to do that, you can do that. That's fine. That's a great idea. Great concept. Because again, we don't know the different point of view. We don't know how you can flip that. But the problem is, now that you have a different point of view, now that you have a different side, you also have them having the exact same powers. Again, the allure of X-Men is that each person has their own individual power, which is the reason why they can individually make a difference. The reason why they can actually be relevant and good for the conversation. The reason why they can be good for the story, because they have their own individual powers, not copies of the powers of predecessors. Like, what the fuck? Remember when I said before, what one has, the other one lacks, what one lacks, the other one has? This is what the fuck I mean. Follow me here. What fucking the New Warriors had? What the New Warriors had was a shitty backstory. Bad concept when it comes to names, but different powers. Right. What Children of the Atom has, it's a different concept. Nice concept, nice point of view, perspective change, but the same fucking powers. Now, if they fucking flip-flop that shit, that would be great. If these Children of the Atom had different powers, then I'd be here for it. I'd be interested to see what the fuck they can do. But you can tell from the intro, you can tell from their appearance, and you can tell because they never mention anything about their fucking powers, that they have the exact same fucking powers as their predecessors, which is the reason why it annoys me so fucking much. Because literally, the point, like, besides them being outcasts and them being like, you know, essentially being like the oppressed people, it's essentially they have amazing ability but still being oppressed because they're great. But the other part of the allure of X-Men, at least for me, is that each of them have their own individual powers. And it's cool seeing how their own individual powers can actually work for the scenarios that they're in. And their powers don't automatically shift and change just because the scenario is different. No. And again, like I was saying, you can have characters with similar powers but different variations. And when I say variations, I don't mean variation in character, I mean variation in power. Same time, Magneto is at the same time fucking Jean Grey and Professor X and Magneto. All of them, they can use telekinesis to some degree. Magneto, he's able to control the magnetic spectrum. Professor X is one of the greatest fucking telepaths, telekinetics, whatever, ever. One of the greatest ever. Same thing with Jean Grey, but the difference with Jean Grey is that she can make psionic fucking blasts and shit. You see the variation between them? They may have a similar power, but they have their own variations that make them their own character. What I see from this is that they have the exact same powers, no variation, and if anything, they look just like the predecessor. To where it doesn't make a difference about whether or not they have a fucking TikTok. It doesn't make a difference whether or not they're making mutant music, whatever the fuck that is. It doesn't make a difference whether or not they have they have a subreddit. It doesn't make a fucking difference. The thing about it is that look, I know you probably thought about everything with the concept and the backstory and all this, but one thing you didn't think about was how to make their powers different. Because if you make their powers different, I'm more invested. I'm here for it because now I'm interested to see, like, okay, they have different powers. Now let's see how they learn the powers. Now let's see how they use and implement learned powers. And let's see how they build upon the powers and maybe even do like tag team moves or something. I don't know. I'm thinking about like it's just, it just irks me. Cause like there's so much potential. There's so much potential here. And I hate it. I hate the fact that it's like this. It's rightfully disliked. I agree in the fact that it's disliked. Because this is lazy. This is lazy. And I get that you may have a lot of backstory, you may have a lot of character development, you may have a lot of personality differences between them and their predecessors. I get that. That's fine. That's dandy. That's cool. That's great. But what you don't have is a variation in power. That's one of the main things, for me at least. For me, I'm not speaking for everybody. For me at least, that's one of the main things. One of the main things that makes me uninterested in even looking at this. And even participating in the thought of reading it. But I still want to read it because I want to see what happens. I want to see what goes on. I still want to read that to see where they go with it. Cause it just blows my mind. And one thing that Black Charlie Brown brought up, my co-host, Anything Period podcast. Yes, I'm unplugging that. Link in the description. What's sad about it, because he brought this up during the podcast. These are the first new lines of characters since Stan the Man Lee has passed. We have 5 new characters. Every quote-unquote new character is just a gender/race flip of our existing character. Thank you. You fucking echo my sentiments exactly. Stan Lee died. These people, let's kill him again. Yeah. Having a TikTok person now. Yes. Black Charlie Brown also said that on the pod. I'm telling you, you need to go watch the podcast. We talk about this in depth. This is just some hot ass. Booty cheeks. Dumpster juice. Garbage. As the French would say.
1 hour later.
I don't know why I'm so emotionally invested in this, but I am. And since I am, you're gonna see this. You're gonna see this. Look, I'm really not trying to put on for the camera. Like, I really just dislike this so much. Oh my gosh.
2 hours later.
Yeah, so if anything, this has been 2 Eyes. And I'ma see y'all later.